Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Kim Kardashian, oh, I know you are in a world of hurt. This mess with Tom Kim is in the winter of her discontent. Okay, they said that she was at Jeff Bezos' wedding, throwing herself at Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady was busy trying to get Sydney Sweeney's attention. Okay, but it didn't end well for her. And the weird thing about it is the one thing that made her really upset is she thought Tom was just being like a dirtbag and going after a woman half his age. Okay, but then she realized her real thing, the real competition was Sofia. Sofia Vera. Anyway, Sofia Vera, right? From Modern Family. When she heard that, she was furious. Why? Well, Sofia got real face, real body, real everything, right? Kim is a little bit more manufactured. But one of the things is sources said that she was super jealous about this with Sofia Vera because unlike Sydney Sweeney at the Basil's wedding, where he was just trying to get him where he fits in, they have been spending almost the whole summer together. Now, Sofia's team came out when they were like, yo, you are having a European romantic holiday summer with Tom Brady. Her people came out and say, well, yeah, I am, but it's not that serious. Like, it's cool. Like, I'm going to be single by fall. You know, this body, this face, I got to do what I want to do. However, Tom Brady seems to be super smitten with Sofia. So what does this have to do with Kim Kardashian? They are saying Kim is literally enraged. In a weird way, her mind could understand why Tom would be attracted to Sydney's youth. But in her mind, she's like, Sofia is like, what, 53, 55? Are you serious? I'm literally going to war and can't get your attention against a woman that's also almost my mom's age. I mean, first of all, slow down. Sofia is not Kris Jenner's age, but even if she was, baby, Tom don't care. He only likes what looks and feels good. And obviously that's Sofia. So get this. Sources said that the Kardashian camp, via Kim being vindictive, and I tend to believe this story because the Kardashians, are especially Kim, is known to be vindictive. They started planting a bunch of stories about the way that it couldn't be true. Sophia's too old, she's an old lady. And then you saw all these weird quotes of Tom being like, I would never date her. She's too old. Which I thought was
Present,
weird because
and no
Tom Brady
longer has a
never really
voice who will
speaks
pursue
about the women
justice
he
for her
dates at all.
accusation.
Right, and we know this
As of
because
the
Kim
taken
was
against
mad
Diddy,
because
no
remember when
expansion of
Kim
the
was planting a
investigation,
bunch of
no
stories,
isolation
letting
orders,
us know that
no
Kim just
equipment
had some
access,
questions
no
about real
suspension of
estate
attorney
in the area that
communication.
Tom lived, and he invited her over and they were having one-on-one solo dinners at night. And because Kanye told her, and again, this is Kim never getting away from anything Kanye tells her to do. What did Kanye say to her? If you want to date a woman, date Tom Brady, not Skate instead. Shame on listen. She dated Skate. Skate really, right? I know. Let me just go off on this tangent. I truly do believe that Ski was the reason why Kim is having so much trouble now. Kanye made us forget who Kim is as a person. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but who she is. The lack of judgment. You can say she built a business empire. Fine. But that was Chris and Emma Gerd, whatever her name is. Let's be real. Especially Emma. Let's be real. But Kim, when it comes to men, your first husband, the second husband, well, I'm not sorry. Was she ever married to Ray J? I don't think so. Her first husband, Damon, you hear about it. It's like, Kim, you deep in the pygmy trenches. We saw what happened with Ray J. Yes, Kris Jenner was able to spin that and make it work for her, but just that easy. She could have gone down in the pick me halls of fame as being like, yeah, you just let these men like run game. You know, you just got caught up. You just happened to have a mom that was able to always save you, which is great. But let me go back to my point. Kanye built up Kim to be a pop culture lexicon. And for a while, with all the outfits and the way Kanye was like, don't speak and don't do this, and combined with Kris Jenner, who definitely knew how to sell to what is Kim millennial culture, right? It platformed her into somebody larger than life. If she had taken Kanye's advice in the next, she after the divorce she talked to was well respected, just well respected. Or even if he was just like a quiet intellectual, somebody that's not into fame, or even if she was like, he was like a billionaire, had some God, but just somebody that was well respected and wasn't looked at as like a loser or druggie or just a passer, right? That's the way he's looked at. I'm not saying that's him. but that's the way he's looked, that then I honestly think that she would have kept up on that ascent. Instead, she messed with somebody so base, someone that admitted that they were high off the cake, the whole high out of his mind every single day, even while she had this man around. This man that is a Division 1 crash. You introduced your kids to him, had them sitting on his lap and teaching them things when everybody except for her and she was proud of it, rubbing it, I guess, in Kanye's face. It made everybody lose respect for her as a woman. But also, how can you be this when you're messing with this? It really doesn't make sense how. And then after Pete went to rehab and she was chasing him around and trying to get him to reconsider and he wouldn't, it made everybody look at her differently. Had she just jumped into somebody that was well respected, I think her post-divorce era would have been completely different. But that's just me, right? Anyway, that's why she started talking to Kanye, because she said talking to Tom Brady, because she's like, oh, let me take Kanye's advice. Anyway, let me get back into the story. Okay, I know you're like, Tissa, where are you going with this? I'm about to tell. All right, so she was basically Tom. They were having late night dinners, a lot of them, but Tom would never claim her in public. And then there was Dave Portnoy from Barstool that literally did a video talking about like he was Tom Brady's woman. Don't do with Kim. She's a pick anybody else. She a pick and all this stuff. Tom never came out to check him. He never came out to defend Kim. As a matter of fact, Kim then showed up at his roast where everybody was calling
and no
her out.
longer has a
Kim got
voice
so
who will
mad
pursue
she had
justice for her
Netflix,
accusation.
actually edit that out of
As
the
of the
roast
taken
so you
against
wouldn't see
Diddy,
it unless you
no
watched
expansion
it
of the
real time.
investigation,
What is my
no
point in all
isolation
this?
orders,
You would think
no
somebody
equipment
like that
access,
just never
no
comments
suspension of
and
attorney
doesn't defend
communication.
anyone. And I think Kim was fine to think, yo, that's probably why he didn't come out and defend me, even though we're having all these late night dinners and being so cozy, because he just doesn't defend women that he's dating casually. Not true. Because Tom has just come out and issued a formal denial to People magazine that he ever said anything about his baby Sofia. Baby, he don't think she too old at all. As a matter of fact, he think she aged like fine wine. Listen to Tom Brady's people came out and said that he would never say Sofia Vergara is too old for him to date. This is an exclusive, and baby, if it's People magazine, he's going on record as saying this. Tom Brady would never say he thinks Sofia is too old for him. A representative for Tom told People in denial of a recent report. Now they are saying that report was planted by Kim because Kim wants to make Sofia feel insecure. Girl, good luck, right though? The headline was Tom Brady thinks Sofia is too old. Friends tell all the mortifying detail as summer romance collapses and reveal the behavior he can't handle. He said Tom never said that, nor would he ever say anything like this. It's pure fiction. Listen again. They have been having a summer holiday romance, a less outing aboard Ritz-Carlton's new super yacht, the Luminina, in early July. Tom, that's where they met. Tom fought to sit next to her. They've been enjoying a whole summer trip together. Sofia says they're not dating. People are saying Tom would want to. And Kim is sitting there in the corner, according to sources, being like, and why not me? Again, who planted those stories about Sofia being old? Nobody really knows. But this seems to be like the Kardashian MMO. It seems to be like Kim. All I got to say is, Kim, grow up for God's sakes. Again, listen, who do y'all believe? All I know is it seems like Kim is mad, but at the end of the day, she should blame her own judgment and blame Pete, because that's, I think, where people really lost respect for her. And unfortunately, I think it showed who she truly was, because baby, she has still not been able to recover. If anything, her and Kanye need to get back together, because it seems like both of them were in their golden era back then.